Hello everybody, welcome back to another LEGO review. Today we'll be looking at two sets in one video. That's because these two sets are pretty much in the same theme with the same scenario, so I figured it would be a much easier process if I just cram the two together into this one singular video. These are the new 2022 Star Wars sets, the Battle of Hoth line, I believe. This I guess was like these sets were to I think was to just complement the big $900 Ultimate Collector Edition AT-AT set, which I obviously don't have, but I think these are like side sets to go along with that big AT-AT. At least that's what I think. So the first set we have here is the smaller one. Here is the Snowtrooper Battle Pack. And then the other one, the bigger one, is the ATST, the Hoth ATST. So of course we'll be looking at both of them because the battle pack is just pretty much just minifigures and side builds, and then the set for the ATST is just pretty much just the ATST. So there's that. So of course they follow the Battle of Hoth line. So without further ado, let's get started and let's take a look at the Hoth battle pack first. And now it's time to take a look at the Snowtrooper battle pack. Of course, it's a battle pack, so the main focus would usually be minifigures and not the other stuff. So let's look at the builds first and get these out of the way. Starting off with this cannon, this turret, call it whatever, miniature build. You can see the tripod-like build is built with these little twin blasters, and then it is a stud-shooter weapon, so you can of course fire the stud from that, and there goes a piece into the abyss. I don't know where it's going now, but there's that, and that's really the only playable thing in this whole set, but it's still pretty okay, and it's a standard build, so what else could you expect? Next up, we've got this little terrain build. This is like almost like a trench if you think about it in the snow, which of course you can use to double up and put your turret behind. Other than that, it's just buildable terrain. There is some binoculars held at the back. And yeah, it's just snow. There's nothing, not a better way to describe it. It's just snow. And yeah, there's that. So it's not wasting more time on that. And then lastly, but definitely not the least, we do have a Scout Trooper on a bike here. And I think it's the same bike you see on Endor. I'm not entirely sure, but regardless, here it is. Pretty good build. I think they have been slowly improving over the years of scaling vehicles to minifigures a little bit better. But yeah, still pretty good build, I will say, for this speeder bike. Yeah, is that. So let's take the Scout Trooper off and let's take a look at the Scout Trooper minifig. Here he is. Actually, a slightly different look this time. Normally, Scout Troopers would have this completely black arm, but no, they decided to go for a lighter gray color scheme here. And we take out the face, and wow, surprise, it's a woman underneath that. So, I guess Scout Troopers do have a different armor for the Hoth environment. And then we have 3 of these Snow Troopers. These guys are very much identical to one another, so you've seen one of them, you've seen them all. So the point of this battle pack, of course, is to, of course, you can buy abundant amount of these and stack up on the minifigures, especially these Snow Troopers. You can, of course, get a large supply of Snow Troopers and build an army. So here they are. Same outfit as all of them, they're only just carrying slightly different blasters, and that's pretty much it. Let's take a look underneath. This one is a black man underneath, and then as for this one, we have a, okay, well there's one thing that's different about these Snow Troopers is their faces underneath, but with their helmets on, they are identical and they are pretty much the same. So this one is a woman, as you can see, no secondary face. I do like LEGO's actually giving diversity to these everyday average troopers, like we know these are people, these aren't clones, these are recruits all over the Empire, or people who signed up to be in the military. So these are actual people, so I think LEGO's respecting that now by actually giving each trooper a different facial expression. But of course for clones, because they're still the same people, they made that new face for all the clones. So there's that. As for the face underneath this guy, here he is. So there's that. So overall, With the whole set now gone, what do I think of this battle pack? It's your battle pack. It's not supposed to be a set, so it's pretty mediocre, I will say. So now let's take a look at the box, and then we'll move on. Here's the box for the Snow Trooper battle pack, and yeah, pretty standard. Of course, I do like the box art of Vader up on front, and I've said this for the other sets for this year. I like what they've done by changing the colors of it and making it a dark theme. I think that is a pretty smart move for them to do for these line of Star Wars sets, but we'll see. And then, of course, this is the back, and the only play feature they showcase is the cannon, because that's the only thing that was playable in this set. That's the box. Okay, now let's move on to the ATST. Of course, this is called the Hoth ATST, and it's what you expect. It's an ATST, but before we look at it, let's take a look at some of the minifigures as well as the side builds. First, starting off with this Imperial Probe Droid. And I will say, as a set of its own, this will look pretty solid as like a polybag set or something like that. You can see it's just situated on this little plate, and the arms are made with the exoskeleton arms, and that's pretty much the rest of the build. It's very standard. It's your normal probe droid build, and like I said, this will look pretty well as a polybag. So it's not the best, obviously, but it's still a pretty solid side build thing. So, I don't know how else to put it. Okay, and then for minifigures, we have an Imperial officer here. Just one singular Imperial officer, because I guess the rest of the Imperial minifigures are in the battle pack. He's got his binoculars, he's got a blaster, he's wearing a white outfit, but he's got this gray helmet. There's the other side. You can see there's that. So just your standard Imperial officers. Of course, it's stackable. You can put him with other Imperial officers, but he is slightly different because he is wearing that little Hoth outfit. So that's one thing that makes him different. So there's that. And then we have a singular Rebel Trooper. That's right, we just keep getting singular things for minifigures. So a singular regular Rebel Trooper, just again in the Hoth outfit as well. This camera's not wanting to pick this minifigure up for some reason. There we go. And you can see the minifigure's also got a back bling, like a back holster. Take off the mask, and you've got the face underneath. You can see it is a woman, the face of a woman underneath. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like the Imperial officer, it is stackable with your other Rebel troops. Now we do have Chewbacca here, which is definitely something a little bit out of the ordinary, but for me personally, nothing has changed. I already have several Chewbaccas, so this is just another duplicate for me. But there is one thing different, and they do have these white dots printed all over him, because he's on Hoth, so he's covered in snow. That's one thing different, but other than that, it's just another regular Chewbacca minifig to me. But of course, because of the snow, this will be different, and I definitely will put him on the shelf with the other Chewbaccas just because he will stand out a little bit. And of course, he's got his bowcaster weapon. And that's what else can I say? That's pretty much it. And then the ATST build itself, having the Mandalorian ATST, I kind of know what to expect from this. It's your average ATST. Let me move this back a little bit. You can see it has legs which are not articulable, surprisingly. You can see I'm trying to move it. Nope, it is stuck as one piece. You cannot articulate it. That is not good. But yeah, you can't move it, so that sucks. But what you can articulate, of course, is the main central computer of it. So there's a little knob back here you can just use to turn the ATST 360 degrees. That's right, all the way around. And yeah, you can get some pretty good movement out of it. So that's the main play feature out of it. As far as the rest of the build is concerned, it's pretty standard. You've got some of these plates here. It's your builds that, like I said, having the Mandalorian ATST, I kind of knew what to expect out of this set, but yeah, it's not terrible, of course, but it's like I said, it's not unexpected, it's not surprising. So let's remove the top and remove this. Actually, no, you cannot remove that, never mind. And of course, what that does is it opens up the top in the cockpit, so which you can fit your driver inside, and that's what that Imperial officer is in this set for, to pilot that ATST. So just one little minifigure slot, and you can see there are some slots to put some weapons there, and that's pretty much it. And then weapons, we got the main cannons up front, we got a side cannon here, and then we got like a missile launcher here. So there's that, and of course to fire the items, to fire this spring-loaded shooter. So there are 2 buttons back here in which you can of course use to fire that. I don't know where that landed, but yeah, there's that. So it's whatever. It's not bad, but it's whatever. I've seen it already. So there's that. So that's all I gotta say for this. Now let's take a look at the box and wrap up this video. All right, let's take a look at the box. This one is a pretty tall box, so I did have to do some camera adjustments, but yeah, very tall box, but of course it's also quite small at the same time. Set 75322 with 586 pieces, and then I dropped it, and then the other side, there it is, just your average showcase of play features, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but yeah, there's that. That's the box, and that's the Hoth ATST. Both sets obviously are pretty good. The Hoth Battle Pack is your cheap, affordable set, whereas the ATST is like your $50 average set, your average Lego set that you would normally get. Would I recommend both these sets? I would say, yeah, they're not bad, but me personally, I would prefer getting the other stuff over this. This is great, but I think I prefer other sets over it, but these sets still aren't super bad. These guys are still pretty solid. The Chewbacca minifigure is nothing new to me. None of these figures are new to me, in fact. These are just figures I've got before, so really, there isn't exactly anything new in this set for me personally, but yeah, other than that, it is what it is. It's pretty much it. So I give the Hoth Battle Pack a 7 out of 10, and I give the Hoth ATST a 8 out of 10. Both are pretty standard sets, if you want my really honest opinion. So with that being said, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching this review. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. And we will see you all in the next video. Bye for now.